Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video, I want to talk about should you recruit for Tasi before her rate up recruitment ends, because it will only be around for a bit over 2 more days. So the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to rate up recruitment is the fact that if you recruit on this banner, your odds of getting A-level heroes are much lower than on the regular recruitment. And not to mention also you're going to have to spend 300 diamonds per recruitment, whereas if you do it 10 times in all hero, it's only 270 diamonds. So overall, the progression of your account, because your account is going to depend a lot on A levels, is going to be lower if you recruit on rate up, which means that if you're like a earlier game player or you haven't been playing for that long and you're missing a lot of A level heroes, rate up recruitment is going to come at that price. There are times where it is still a good idea to recruit. For example, Lily May's banner is basically the best example because she is such a game-breaking hero needed for Dream Realm as well as PvP. Now, Tasi specifically, she has no effect on Dream Realm. She's not going to help you there. And if a hero doesn't have a benefit in Dream Realm, basically they're almost always a hero which you can pass and is not like, for example, in the must-pull category. Because must-pulls, in my opinion, are the heroes like Lily May, Mikola, Smokey, the Rainier Mythic Plus, Freyasto. These are heroes which are going to allow you to perform better in Dream Realm, and so eventually you need to have them all built on your account so you can rank higher and get more rewards. So Tasi doesn't fulfill that criteria, which means that you do not need to recruit for her. Now, the thing is, when we think about rate up recruitment heroes, not many actually are in the must-pull like Dream Realm category. It was only Lily May and Mikola. Apart from that, from all of the different rate up recruitment heroes offered, I don't think any of them were so game-breaking for Dream Realm, and so they were kind of just PvP, AFK stages, other areas of the game. And so basically, you need to understand that we're not going to really be expecting that many game-breaking Dream Realm heroes to appear on rate up recruitment. Honestly, even the rest of this season, I could definitely imagine that not even a single new hero which is added is actually useful for Dream Realm. They seem more to be like PvP oriented heroes. I don't know for sure, of course no one knows, but it's just something to think about. So with that in mind, basically Tasi becomes a pretty good option if you're thinking about a good PvP hero, and also especially in this season, a hero which will help you in the talent stages of AFK. Now, overall, my opinion about AFK stage pushing, and even though, for example, I consider Almas, Iron, all of those heroes really important because they help you with AFK stages, I think that the value of having a good AFK stage hero is not as high as you would think. Like, for example, like when I got Tasi up to Mythic Plus, it allowed me to push like an extra 50, maybe 50 to 100 AFK stages. But the thing is, in the end, you're going to be able to push those AFK stages even without Tasi. So, was she really necessary for my account? It gave me a bit of a level boost early on, but now we've all hit the level cap, and everyone will be hitting the level cap just from active play. Like, I'm well over it. I'm like 921 right now. I'm sure even some free-to-play active players have reached the level cap of 800, only like maybe a week or 10 days after me. So it isn't a huge benefit of being able to push really hard in AFK stages. So that's just something that I want to mention. Now, of course, if you want to optimize everything, then having those best AFK stage pushing heroes is good. However, we also have to think about, for the long term, in the next season, there's probably not going to be talent stages, right? And without the Lightbearer buff child with Rowan for Tasi is not amazing for AFK stage pushing. Like, she's good, and she's still using a lot of recommended formations, even for the regular AFK stages. Like here you see Tasi, and she's used it a lot, but you can use Arden in place of her, and it pretty much does the same job. Like, they do almost the same. It's just that people have a really well built up Tasi, and so she does better for them. But if they have the same level of investment, they are almost performing the same for regular AFK stages. So then you don't really need Tasi, right? So, but overall, she does have that use in AFK stages, and up until now, I don't think, when we look at all the rate up recruitment heroes, because I don't think anyone has actually been so good in AFK stages as compared to Tasi. Florabelle was good in the previous season, like the Florabelle, Scarlita, Rainier team, but in this season she's not been used for AFK stage pushing at all. Alamis, of course, has been amazing, is amazing for AFK stages. He was the overall best rated recruitment hero for AFK stages and still is better than Tasi in my opinion for the long term because he enables that Iron team. Okay, so that is her AFK stage use, which is debatable how relevant and how important that is. Like getting an extra 50 AFK stages, is it really going to make a game-changing difference for you? Probably not. It's just like a bit of a boost. But yeah, if you want to optimize everything, then that is something that you want to think about. Okay, now let's come to PvP. So there's one area where she's doing really well, which is regular arena on your defense on map 5 with the special tiles. This has allowed people who were, like, for example, there are 2 people on my server, SMBK. Does even Giovanni have it? I think, yeah, SMBK, Giovanni, and I think those are the main 2. They have climbed up and even pushing for the top 5 thanks to this special energy map, because basically their defense becomes really difficult to deal with. And like, for example, I've been testing teams against it, and in some of my tests I even end up losing. Like, take a look at this. Let's watch this replay. So Tasi on the energy tile, and even though I interrupt her, I don't know how it still manages to work out so well. I guess we just don't have the damage to break through the Fresto and then begin killing the Tasi. Like, if you have enough of a tanky front line, even if you interrupt the Tasi on the energy tile, she is still going to be able to do work. Because, yeah, we're not able to kill because of the Fresto, and he keeps respawning his illusion. And even though we kill the Iron in the back over there, the Fresto is by all the time needed for the Tasi. But here, from this position, you would think we would win, right? Maybe it was kind of an RNG thing, but as soon as Tasi casts ultimate, she has the potential of soloing, like right here, because I guess we don't have the... Well, do we have the Haywen damage reduction? I don't know. But anyway, Tasi's going to shred through it. So this is really what Tasi can do. And so she's kind of similar to Lily May in that regard, that she has solo potential at the end of the fight. Even when she got denied the energy, she managed to do that. So that is why I know a better counter to that. I've been testing a lot of things. That was just one of the tests I was running. Like, I know a way of dealing with it more easily, and I think Fresto is the way to do that, because if you also have a tanky front line, then Tasi is not as able to shred through your team. And for example, heroes like Lily May, Damien, who are difficult to kill, Tasi is not really able to deal with them that well. So, but that shows that these people have climbed up and even pushing for top 5 without like any Paragon heroes, and that is definitely a power of Tasi, and only plus an exclusive equipment. So this is showing you that Tasi could enable you to compete for top ranks of arena. Maybe not top 5, but definitely holding top 20. So I think that is a reason that, you know, it's actually pretty attractive to pull for her, because even in regular arena she's doing well, not only Supreme Arena. Giovanni also has a Tasi team. I think his team is a bit weaker, like not running the Fresto, running Almas instead, so I can shred through it with the Shakir team. However, it still is, he's in the top 10, right? And that is really impressive. So that's kind of the interesting thing about Tasi. On that energy tile map, and even off the energy tile map, you just saw that she basically was considered almost off the energy tiles, because she didn't even cast her initial ultimate because we interrupted it with Lily May. So yeah, Tasi is pretty strong for PvP. Personally though, I feel like she's not as strong as Lily May. Lily May is stronger for PvP. And for example, if you didn't build up Lily May and you're trying to get her from your regular wish list and your epic recruitment, then maybe just spending your diamonds on that wish list to give you a better chance of pulling Lily May would be better than spending a lot of diamonds on the rated recruitment for Tasi. But Tasi is a tempting option for sure. And but even for example, that defense we looked at, you're going to need all of those heroes. It's not just Tasi doing all the work. Lily May fully built up, Supreme Plus, Fresto fully built up, Supreme Plus, plus 15 exclusive equipment. So those are things you're going to need as well to like fully enable an effective, like strong team. Tasi will not be able to carry it all on her own without good investment of the other heroes and really strong PvP heroes along with her. Okay, in Supreme Arena this season, she's definitely very strong. Like, I like using her in the light bearer buff tiles with Rowan. For example, I'm gonna again be trying a similar kind of team for this week, and Rowan gives her the energy she needs to charge up faster. Valley Shield spell as well helps her a lot, giving her the haste at the beginning of the match, and then if she can double cast her ultimate, she's really strong. Also, people like running her in the Mauler comp and have her on the Mauler tile. That gives her even another immunity to fatal blow, fatal damage, and also causes her to deal damage around her every 5 seconds, which is really strong. So she's really good in 2 different factions, both, and even in the Celestial Hypogean, people run her like on the dark buff tile of the Celestial Hypogean team. So she can work in all the factions buff tiles. She works pretty effectively, and so definitely for this season, she is a strong option in Supreme Arena. And this Lightbearer team, like not even exactly like this, you can even run a full like sort of support Lightbearer team. For example, like this, without needing Vala or Lily May on it, and then just run any other hero here, whoever you want. And this is also very effective. Like, this has allowed people to win streak by guildmates and clash fronts, even without having any Paragon upgrades. And also for Supreme Arena, it is good. So, that is just another thing to mention about Tasi's strength. So overall, in PvP, Tasi has been quite impressive. And when we really compare her to other raid-up recruitment heroes, I think the only one which kind of is very similar to her, in my opinion, is Vala. Vala is also a very impressive PvP hero, although Vala is more better on offense than defense, but she can run on defense as well. And when Vala came out, everyone was running her in Arena and PvP, and she was just really dominant. So I feel like Tasi kind of is very similar to that. Very dominant, pretty dominant in PvP, allowing you to get some higher ranks in even regular Arena. But Tasi also has the advantage of being good in AFK stages for regular stages as well as for the talent stages. So overall, I think that Tasi is a very solid all-around hero and is worthy of raid-up recruitment. However, she is not a must-have because she doesn't help your Dream Realm performance. And until you have all of your heroes for Dream Realm built up, it is not really a priority to be focusing PvP. But at the same time, in the season, you're going to want to recruit for at least one S-level hero up to like maximum Mythic Plus or above that, because then you always have that swap ticket you can change around at the end. And right now, there's only going to be 2 more heroes which will be added in for S level. Like, one will be Sonya and one will be Hodgkin, most likely. Hugin is also going to be coming, but I'm assuming it's probably going to be an A level, so we alternate back and forth. So out of those 2, basically, then you can decide, well, is Tasi better than both of them overall? And then I can keep Tasi, or you can swap to one of them if one of them is better or you like them more. So that's the other advantage. You're going to have one swap ticket to use, and so it isn't as big of a like mistake, for example, if you recruit a hero which is actually not the best in the entire season. So overall, Tasi is a solid hero. Not a must-have because of the Dream, no necessary Dream Realm use, but out of all the raid-up recruitment heroes we've been offered up until this point, she is the most important to be recruiting for. Like Sinbad, I would consider maybe Sinbad second most, and Nara just one copy. And Luca is not really important to be recruiting for. He is kind of cool in AFK stages, kind of cool in PvP, but not as like dominant as Tasi. Not even close. There's not even a comparison. So Tasi is definitely the strongest, in my opinion, raid-up recruitment we've been offered so far in this season. And looking in the future, we don't know exactly about the skills of the other 2 heroes, but I wouldn't be surprised if Tasi is the overall best hero offered to us in this whole season. So she is tempting to recruit, but in my opinion, if you don't have Lily May, if you don't have Mikola at Supreme, or if you don't have Lily May, Mikola, other key Dream Realm, Smokey, other key heroes built up on your account, you need to get those first. Those are going to help you much more, and doing all hero recruitment is going to be better for you. And even if you have those built, if you're missing out on a lot of A-level heroes that you want to upgrade, then raid-up recruiting is going to be a lot less effective. Like, the base rate is a 3% rate. You're guaranteed 1 in every 10. But if you look at the all-hero recruitment, the base rate is a 20%. And you're still guaranteed 1 in 10. So overall, you're going to be getting a lot more A-level heroes in the regular all-hero recruitment. And not to mention, you're also going to be able to do 10 recruitments for 2,700 diamonds compared to 3,000 diamonds in the raid-up. So raid-up recruitment comes at a cost, basically. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful, and thank you for watching. And if you recruit for Tasi, it's not a bad decision. She definitely probably will be one of the strongest, if not the strongest heroes offered out of all the heroes S level for this season. Even probably out of A level, just overall strongest hero. But she's not a must-have because she doesn't help you in Dream Realm, and Dream Realm should be your priority. Because, yeah, I mean, Arena is also a priority. However, you need to also think about it, like, if I recruit for Tasi right now, will it allow you to get a higher ranking bracket? For example, if you're already in top 20 of regular Arena, do you think it can help you get into top 5? It will be difficult. In my server, like, SMBK has almost done it, but not even quite, you know? And if, for example, you're out of top 20 and you're in top 100, do you think it can push you into top 20? Or same with Supreme Arena, can it push you into the next bracket? If it can, then that's a really good reason to be recruiting for it. But if it's not going to change your overall ranking in these modes, then there's not a reason to be recruiting for it. It's not going to earn you any more resources. And AFK stages, like I mentioned, eventually you're going to get through them all. Like, really, 1200 AFK stage is basically the after that, you're not earning any rewards, and it's just for getting more talent essences and some upgrades of your levels. But once you've reached the level cap of 800, these essences, season essences, hardly matter. The talent essences are nice because you want to upgrade your factional talents, but eventually you will get them just because if you level up enough, you'll be able to push the stages, and also just from your levels of your resonating level, they are going to give you the talent essences as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, hopefully it was helpful, and if you recruit for Tasi, good luck dodging the pity. But that's the other thing to keep in mind, you're going to be expected to go to pity pretty much every time, which is 40 recruitment tickets needed, because if you look at it, it's under one, it's just slightly under a 1% chance of getting the hero, which means out of 100 recruitments you do, you're expected to get one outside of the pity, right? So usually you're just going to be going to pity each time to get this hero. If you're lucky, then you can get it way before that, but for the most part it is going to be to pity. But thank you for watching, guys. That's going to be it for this one. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.